Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of our Storapy session. Thank you as always for your engagement on our previous posts. Thank you for your comments, for your likes, for your reposts. Trust me, they do not go unnoticed. And please do not stop, because we get to share our stories with more people and they get to learn from different experiences because of you. So thank you very much. Today we have a young man who has a very important story he wants to share. He has a lot on his mind and he believes that now is the time for him to share his story with the world. And his story revolves around a major issue that we're dealing with in our community today. Not just our community in Nigeria, but around several communities around the world. We have Mr. Tayo Ajayi. Good morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
Before we delve into the story, can you please just give us a little background? Just introduce yourself and just tell us.
There's nothing much to say about me. My name is Tayo Ajayi, as I said earlier. I am, or should I say I was, a student of Oxford University before I was expelled.
Okay.
Yeah, I am the second child of my parents. I'm 23 years old and I am a musician.
Okay.
That's it.
Mr. Ajayi, can I call you Tayo?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't mind me asking, you said that you were expelled from university. Do you mind telling us when that happened and why?
First of all, I thank you for this opportunity. Like, I really appreciate it. But I have no intention to make this public at first. Okay. But for 2 years now since this incident, I have been constantly and wrongfully accused, and no one cared to listen to my part of the story.
I would like to think that people still care. I mean, that's why you're here. I'm listening. The audience are listening too.
All right. Again, my name is Tayo Ajayi, and this is my story. It all started early 2022 during the indefinite BASU strike.
Okay.
I was supposed to go home. I had to go home, but I didn't want to go home to my parents because I couldn't deal with the dramas of living with them. So I decided to go to my grandma's place. Yeah. And my grandma, she stays in a remote area. It's quite far, but I didn't mind the distance because I just want to stay away from my parents. And she always loved to see me around whenever I come to visit, so soon enough, I settled in. Yeah, so my grandma, she is a very religious woman. Yeah, she's very religious. In fact, our only rule was that whenever I am around, whenever I come to visit, I should follow her to church. And for me, I am not really a religious person. In fact, when I was in school, I barely go to church. Yeah. So I had to go to church just to please her and just to follow her rules. And eventually, as I was going to church, I joined the choir because I can play the guitar very well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thanks to my parents. At least that's one of the high key things I learned from them. So, soon enough, I met Chike and his mother. I met them in church.
Okay, sorry to cut you, but who is Chike, please?
I don't want to beat you too much. Now why I say make I just calm down. Now you just no, nah, see, now just you know, say na the like first time we sabi each other. So I say make I no overdo am.
I was surprised you.
Chike was a friend I met in church. Yeah, and him and his mother, they usually come after service to my grandma's house to visit my grandma. So from there, me and Chike started talking.
You are just unlucky not to win it.
What do you have to show for it? Nothing, Abi.
The start they there.
Okay, wait. Could you ever see farmer go this thing, go like just till grass for like 10 years, no carry any this thing come?
Yeah, and we became quite close. So Chike has my kind of vibe and energy. So Chike was actually a final year student of our great university.
Okay.
And he was studying biochemistry as at that time. So we became close, and my grandma knows him, and his mom also approved of our friendship. But before me, his mom never allowed him to be friends with any other boys in the neighborhood.
Okay. It seems as though you and Chike had really beautiful memories.
Yeah, we did. We did. It was good memories and beautiful memories. Until Chike caught me in 4K.
Caught you in 4K. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean by that.
I mean, he caught me in the act.
Okay, Mr. Tayo, please, could you clarify a little bit?
He caught me sniffing products.
Sniffing product. What product?
I was getting high, sniffing stuffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I take drugs. I do drugs. I used to. Though I wasn't cray-cray, but I kind of enjoyed the pleasure that I derived from taking drugs. Actually, it all started 2 years before then. A friend of mine introduced me to it. I went for a party, and it all started like, let me just try it. Let me try it out. Then since then, it became part of me. Though I tried to stop. Yeah, I tried. I made efforts to stop, but I couldn't. I took all kind of drugs. From molly to ice to Colos. I took them all, just name it. So, this very day, I was alone in the house. I was taking some leftovers. Then, Chike just backed in. I looked up and I was shocked. It was the greatest shock of my life. I didn't know what to do. And he was standing right there. He was looking at me. I was looking at him. And he just walked straight to me.
I was just... God.
He just started taking his stuff from me.
God.
Yeah, he just collected the card and the pen, and he just started sniffing.
Does that mean that he was already doing drugs before?
Wait, hold on, Chike. You do this too?
I've been looking for this shit for a long time now, guy.
Are you sure?
God.
Chike has had his own secret too. Yeah, I got to find out that he had his own secret too. So from there, we became close. Our friendship evolved, and should I say, the drugs brought us closer.
This is some good shit, man.
This the broke me from the road, yeah, inside a moody. Turn around if I'm offending you, gentle me. Show them part of me, pay me, ha ha. Say that dedication, say she na alawi, ha ha.
We kept it a secret from our guardian. Yeah. His mom doesn't know, my grandma doesn't know. So we had a secret hideout where we usually go almost every night to take weed and to sniff stuffs. It was all fun until the worst happened. On the Christmas Day of 2022, I just got back from church and Chike came around and he told me that someone introduced a new experimental drugs to him.
Experimental drugs?
Yeah, it's a kind of drug in which you mix lots of things together. Maybe you mix molly and SK or ice or lots of things together. So you just take it, you just see the person's reaction. So we call it experimental drugs. So he told me that someone introduced it to him and we went to get the stuff. The stuff was brownish in color. It was brown. I have never seen that before in my life. So we took it. Then we started driving and vibing. We were feeling it at first. We were happy. We were grooving. And suddenly I began to feel dizzy. I was feeling somehow I wasn't feeling comfortable anymore. Then I looked and I see that Chike was also feeling the same way. He was acting all up. Then he told me to back. I backed the car. He opened the door. I didn't know. Maybe he was going to vomit or what. I don't know. And I tried to open the door to follow him, at least to help my friend. And I was staggering. Then I passed out. Only for me to wake up and they told me that I have been unconscious for 6 months. And my friend, they told me that my friend didn't make it, that he died, that the drug killed him.
It's okay, it's okay. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And then, ever since then, she has been calling me a murderer ever since. She blamed me for Chike's death. She said I was the one that introduced her son to the drug that killed him in the process. And that's exactly why I'm here, so I can explain myself to everybody, so they can hear my own part of the story. And I'll be very glad if you can have Madam Amanda on this show, so we can settle things. Because since then, I haven't forgiven myself. Chike's death lives rent-free in my mind. I think of him every day. I feel pained, I feel hurt. And the worst part of it all is the fact that when you are being blamed for something you didn't do, it's so disheartening.
So have you tried speaking to her after the incident?
Yeah, I tried. I tried several times. Because, well, she doesn't listen. There's a lot of things she doesn't know about her son. A lot.
This is serious. And it's a lot. I will see what I can do to get to Madam Amanda and see if she can come on the show to share her own story. And maybe afterwards have you on the show too, so that you can tell her the things you say you know about her son that she needs to know. If that's okay by you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll be very grateful.
Okay.
At least let us just share our minds and settle things and resolve things.
Okay. That's okay. That's fine.
Thank you.
Welcome to Storapy Sessions, Madam Amanda. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show as promised. I know it must have been a very difficult decision for you to make. So like I said, Tayo was here last week and he shared a really disheartening story. But I believe that is his side of the story. I would really want to know or hear your own side of the story.
Well, what part of my story do you want to hear? What is there to tell? That boy introduced my son to his illegalities and my son died in the process. That's my story.
So, Tayo actually said he didn't introduce him to drugs. And from what he shared, they both took the drugs that killed your son.
Why my son? Why him? Okay, where is Chike here? Where is he? Chike is not anywhere here. That boy killed my son, that's it. He introduced my son to drugs. And he died. I should have known that that boy coming into my son's life will result to this. But when I saw him, I thought he was a good boy. Because he lived with his grandmother who happened to be a real born-again Christian in my church. I should have known. I should have seen beyond his pretentious smiles. Now look at me. 2 years gone without my son. 2 years.
I'm really sorry. It seems as though you've not emotionally healed from this. Do you want us to reschedule this interview?
Nobody ever heals from that kind of thing. Nobody heals. But I'm here. I'm here. Let's do it. I'll tell my story. You see, the first time I saw that boy, he looked like a good boy from the outside. He was a church boy. He played guitar in church. And everybody loved him. So when he became my son's friend, it was easy. I just welcomed him to my home open-heartedly. He is the devil that took my son away from me.
Just calm down, Mom, please.
I think that day was a Sunday. Yes, it was on a Sunday. I had gone shopping for Christmas. I came back and one of my neighbors ran to me and said that Chike and Tayo had been rushed to the hospital. I was shocked. Rushed to the hospital, how? But I searched for the said hospital, and when I got there, instead of them taking me to the ward where Chike was, they were directing me to the doctor's office. That was when I knew something was wrong. I knew it inside of me, I knew something was not okay, but I still maintained myself. I was positive. Then the news came. The news came that my son was dead. I felt the whole world just paused. My world was just crashing before me. Then I was told that a dangerous mixture of different substances was found in his system. That my son was taking drugs. My son, my own son, taking drugs. That's impossible. Chike was a good boy. I raised him well. How can he be taking drugs? That boy introduced him to these drugs.
Okay, Tayo said from his own story, he said he didn't introduce him to drugs, that Chike actually caught him in the act and joined him.
You believe him? You believed him? Well, Chike is not here, so if you can tell any lie you want to tell on him, he's not here. He's dead.
I'm just reiterating the story that Tayo shared, that's it.
Which is a false information, it's a lie.
Okay. I understand you, Ma. I understand that. But however, Tayo said something about Chike fighting his own demons and using drugs to escaping his own reality. That's even before they met each other.
What does that even mean?
I can't really say, but I think we should bring Tayo in so that he can just shed more light on the situation of the whole thing.
I don't think I want to be under the same roof with someone who killed my son. I don't want to. I don't want to set my eyes on him.
I understand that, but it seems as though Tayo knows some things about your son that even you do not know.
Like what?
Welcome back to the show, Tayo.
Thank you.
Now that we have both parties present, I think it's best that we just sort whatever differences we have against each other. Tayo, the last time you were here, you said that Chike was going through a dark phase and that he was using drugs to escape his reality. Do you mind shedding more light on that?
Yeah, after that day that Chike caught me taking drugs and he joined me, I knew something was wrong. So I asked him questions and I got to know that he has been taking drugs way before that time. So
Liar.
that is
Liar! That is a big fat lie. My son knew nothing about drugs till you got him addicted.
Madam Amanda, listen to me. See, anything I say here today is the truth. And nothing but the truth. I have no intentions to paint your son in a dark light to you or to the audience out there. He was my friend too.
Shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. Your mouth is full of lies. After you took my son away from me, made that Christmas a black Christmas for me. Every Christmas I cry myself to sleep. Because while other people are celebrating, I am mourning my son. You took my son away from me on a Christmas day. You are the devil. And you're here opening your mouth talking about, what do you know about the truth? What do you know about truth? Hypocrite.
Madam Amanda, please, let's be calm. I understand that you're going through pain, but I would advise that we just listen to whatever Tayo has to say here. Whether it's true or it's lie, let's just at least give him a shot. Let's just hear him out.
No problem now. I'm here already, so let me listen to his lies.
Anyways, after that day that I got to find out that Chike has been taking drugs way before that time. So I started asking him lots of questions. You know, in my opinion, 80% of people who take drugs were pushed by something. I mean, like they were influenced by something, and Chike was no exception. He has his own secrets too, and I asked him and he told me. He said that he was born out of wedlock. Yeah, that his father never accepted the pregnancy.
What are you doing here? What are you doing? Have you cleaned your room? You're here pressing phone. You want to be useless? I've always known that you'll be useless. I've always known, right from day one, that I gave birth to you. I knew you useless child. You're like your father, hopeless man. That's how you are. Hopeless, just to clean your room. Look at you, sitting down pressing phone for nothing. Useless.
He also said that his father ran away with all your life savings with his girlfriend. And you had to start from the very beginning. And you never leave out the fact that you made his life a living hell.
You are dustbin. I wonder why you stayed till now. You would have died a long time ago so that I have peace. You would have died as a stillbirth. Useless child. Look how you're making me shout as if I'm a madman.
Of how it was a misfortune to you, how it was a bad luck to you. You called him a bastard.
Exactly, you remind me of that wicked son. Call your father. I regret the day I met that man. I regret the day I got pregnant with you. And I regret the day I gave birth to you. You should have died as a stillbirth. Yes, I said it.
You were hard on your only son. You were hard on him and you thought he was going to stay true to himself. You once told your son that he should go and unalive himself because he reminded you of his useless father that ruined your life and your future.
But I never meant any of those words.
You never meant any of those words. Your words were like double-edged sword and they shattered him. And he was long lost in drugs even way before I knew him. You know, Madam Amanda, I am not sure you are aware that your son attempted to unalive himself several times.
Hey. Oh, guy, she hates me. That's all. What are you trying to do? Hey, I'm tired. You are tired of what? Come on, stop. She hates me, guy. She hates me. God.
She hates you. That's why you want to kill yourself.
Yes, bro. What else? What else can I do? What else can I do?
Chike, listen. It's not the end of the world, okay? It's not your fault.
Don't try to advise me. I'm fed up. I'm fed up about it. Yeah, my dad left. My whole life is just messed up. It's just messed up.
I know, Chike, I know. Colos was the only way he found solace that I couldn't get from you. You kept on telling him that it was a curse to you, that he should have died and never been born at all. You know, you killed that boy way before he died. Yeah. You let your emotions to push that boy into what he shouldn't have done at all. Amanda. Chike was blood, but it was easier for you to blame an outsider. I love Chike. I loved him so much more than you ever did.
I will have to cut you there, Tayo. What do you want? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to shift blame? We're trying to settle this, but right now you're shifting the blame to her.
I know I have my own. I know I have my own share of blame too. I should have done better as a friend, but I was just a function of a dysfunction home too. So I am no better.
I didn't even know that this story was going to end this way. This is what happens when our children come from dysfunctional homes. And now adding peer pressure to it, the result can be undesirable. Please, Madam Amanda, what do you have to say?
Oh, Chike, one more. Hey, Chike. You don't want no chair. Hey, I'm a John, girl. I'm a John. Hey, can you get simple one half for? Hey, can you get simple one? Tire, Ebowe, I'm making. Hey, I'm making all your chicken. I want chicken one more. Hey, Onochiana Makonwa. Give me come back. Oh, you me. Hey, I didn't know. I didn't know those words were hurting my son. I was just angry. Chike's father was good to me. At first he treated me like a queen, and then suddenly he just started hurting me, treating me like dirt. I was surprised. And what did I do? I poured the anger on my son. As soon as I told him about the pregnancy, he just changed. He was a different person. Saying hurtful things like, you want to tie me with this stupid baby. I was shocked because I've never seen him like that before. That day he didn't sleep at home. He left. Went to work the next day. Came back to an empty house. He took everything from me. Everything I worked hard for. Left me to care for my pregnancy and my baby. Then what did I do? used it against my son. I didn't mean to hurt him. Oh, Chike. Chike, biko maharam, biko. Obugodi na Chineke maharam, Chike, biko. Oh, my son was in pain, and I didn't know. I pushed him to his death.
It's okay, Ma. The emotional wound you had from the experience with his father, it's obvious you're still yet to heal from it. And I understand your pain. I strongly believe that what you both need right now is therapy, so that you can both heal from whatever traumatic past experience that you've had to deal with.
He treated me so badly, and I just poured it out on my innocent son. And he killed him.
I think it's really important that you will try to at least forgive yourself, because that's the first step to healing. And you also have to try to forgive each other. That's the only way you can properly mourn Chike. He's dead now. May his soul rest in peace.
And yes, we have another fan of the episode. Our fan of the episode is Joke Seidu from Lagos. Joke, thank you for always watching our episodes. We appreciate you a lot. And if you want to be the next fan of the episode, you know what to do. Just subscribe to our channel and keep sharing our content. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate you. Ciao.